My kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and all this like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. So I want us to listen to Dr. Omar. I know some of you don't really like this man, but he keeps spilling the truth and I can't help it, right? So he said something, and it's still about the betrayal of our race. You see, most of the time, we are the ones that always betray each other. And it is very, very, very unfortunate that you see a brother planning the downfall of another brother for the love of money, the love of another race. Because you want to prove that you're a better person to other race of people, you will accept to destroy your own race of people first. It's quite unfortunate, but these are the things that we see by day. And until we change, or unless we change, nothing will change. And that's why it said, before kingdom change, man must change. If we truly want a change in the continent, we have to change. If we truly want to change in the melanated community worldwide, we have to begin the change that we wish for. We have to begin the change that we want. Your Majesties. Now, when you look into Hollywood, you see that there is a way that they present America to the world. Now, let me tell you the truth. While we're growing up and then watching most of these movies, it is from those movies that we begin to reverence America. We begin to see America as a very fearful, powerful, everybody want to go to America because of the way America is portrayed. Okay? And later on in life, that was when I knew that it's a project. It's like a project. The government even invests in these things. Okay? The government invests in Hollywood so that they keep propagating America in a beautiful light. They keep, putting America in that particular level where the whole world becomes scared of America. It's according to them, it's important. It's important. And then this is we here in the continent. We are not even diverting energy into portraying ourselves as the people that the world should see us as. Okay? They divert, they spend a lot of money in making the world fear them. They act movies that make you fear America. And then, when it comes to Africa, nobody is doing anything to see that Africa is feared. Africa is reverenced. Maybe that word fear shouldn't be there, because you shouldn't be scared of your mother. I keep telling you, Africa is the mother, okay? You shouldn't be scared of your mother. Let's say Africa is reverenced, Africa is respected. They always try their best to portray Africa in a very shameful way, in a very dirty way, so that the world will just look down on Africa and say nothing is in Africa. Especially our diasporans, those who Africans in America, there's nothing in Africa, just dirty water everywhere, children running up and down, there are flies here and there, Africa is jumping from one tree to the other. Yeah, so this is the kind of image about Africa that they propagate to you. And they are doing this for a reason. As they make you feel that Africa does not have anything, they are coming here to carry. Okay, they don't want you to ever understand that it is from most of the things they carry from Africa that they use to lit up your streets and your towns. So, because already psychologically they have created that in our heads, okay, it only takes a deliberate education of oneself to come out of that image that America have created of themselves and of Africa. So let's listen to him and we'll take it up from there, Your Majesties.
Why you think they released Black Panther 1? Okay. And I'm a Ryan Coogler fan, but you know that there's a congressional committee that oversees Hollywood. That's great. And they pay the movie producers to inject content into the movies that pushes America's global agenda. Look at the you saw Panther 1.
I saw it.
Killmonger, which is really Dr. Umar, that's me. They just didn't give me the name. And I say that because he quoted me verbatim at least 3 times in the movie. Okay? So you got Killmonger over here. You got Prince T'Challa, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman over here. Killmonger represented Black conscious men in America. That's correct. T'Challa represented Black leaders in Africa. What was the message? The message was, don't let them Black Americans over here, even though they know their history, they so full of hate they'll destroy your culture. What did Killmonger do when he got to Wakanda? Destroyed everything. Killed the elder, smacked the sister. You feel me? So the message to Africa was, leave them black Americans alone. They'll destroy your culture. Look on the flip side. Prince T'Challa said, I'm only concerned about Wakanda. Remember that?
That's correct.
Lapita said, we got black people all over the world. He said, that ain't my problem. This is all I care about. He ain't cared nothing about Africans in the diaspora. So the message to black America was, Africans don't want you, stay where you are. You see that? And then who was the hero in the movie?
CIA.
A CIA agent. How can a CIA agent be a hero in a black superhero movie? Who killed Malcolm X? Who killed Patrice Lumumba? So Black Panther 1 was a propaganda film. They made Ryan Coogler put that in there. Even if they even went to him, they might have went over his head.
Let's listen to this very short one and we come back and analyze more.
When I see movies like Wakanda, with due respect to the actors, that is Hollywood's version of what Africa is. That is plastic Africa. That is not real Africa. We must not have an Africa that is made in the image of Hollywood. We must have an Africa that is made in our own image. And I would have loved to see that Africa being created in Nollywood in Nigeria or here in Kenya. So let us not allow Hollywood to define Africa for us. We must define Africa for us, ourselves through theater and art. And it is being done. When you watch the movies that are made in Nigeria, I feel them. When I see movies made in Tanzania, I feel them. When I see movies made in South Africa, I feel them. When I see some of the movies even being made here in Kenya, I feel them. I can relate to them. Not the razzmatazz that you see in Hollywood movies, complete with artificiality and things that really are in people's imaginations, which is not bad, but they are better not imagined for us. We are capable of imagining. If we take the money that is in Africa that is wasted, in fact, you may wish to know that African countries at one time did actually say that they are going to put 0.25% of their budgets into research. And there is not a single African country that I know that does not have a Ministry of Culture. Not a single one of them. And that is the conduit via which we can make art and theater to thrive. Nollywood is now a multi-billion naira industry. If you look at what is generated through DSTV, that medium and those is a multi-billion.
Your Majesties, and that's why we talk about Pan-Africanism, okay? I don't believe that my brother is my sole enemy. In as much as, yes, your brother can be your enemy, let's come together and fight the main enemy, and then we can sort ourselves out, okay? And this is where the love of my neighbor comes in. If I can't love my brothers and sisters in the continent, and I'm telling you across the waters that I love you, there's something not wrong with me. Something is definitely wrong with me. Any African that see a fellow African as a problem, something is wrong. I'm not saying that you should allow the thieves, the corrupt men and women go free. I am not saying that you should condone, accept the evil that anybody comes to do in your land. I'm not saying that. Whoever comes to your land to commit a crime, prosecute that person. Deal with that person. But I'm saying that we should love. I'm not saying that you should accept criminals in your homeland. No. Whoever comes to your homeland and commit a crime, prosecute that person according to the law of the land. Deal with that person. Whether African or not, deal with that person. Because doing evil to anybody is not good in any way. But what I'm saying is that we are not the enemy of ourselves. Let's fight the main enemy first so that we can sort each other out within, your majesties. And as we do this, we also should be wise. Wisdom. All right. So, according to Dr. Umar, okay, the Creator ditch within us because it benefits them. And so in all the movie that they create, they take their time, pay the producers so that they can act movies that causes, disagreement between our brothers in the continent and our brothers outside the continent. Because the more divided we are, the more they can succeed and the more the American dream will come true. You understand? So apart from the fact that they pay these producers to act movies that make the world fear America, they also pay these producers to act movies that makes blacks in the continent hate blacks outside the continent. Just imagine where we are all united with one heart, one mind, one voice, respecting the tradition we have, the language we have, the cultures we have. We still have one mind, one dream, one voice. And what is that one voice? That the black nation be respected and our place be returned to rest. We are not asking for too much. But the world will not give us what we are asking for. Why? Because of the evil that they have done to melanated communities across the world. I don't know if most of you watched that video. Maybe I'm going to leave the man to say something towards the end of this video again, where he said, have you ever seen any black community across the world colonize any white community? The answer is a capital no. There is no black community, black settlement that colonized anybody. There is no black community or black settlement that forced their religion on anybody. There is no black community or black settlement that forced their language on any group of people. It has always been the Europeans, the white people, that have been forcing things down our throats. And they are succeeding because of the kind of mind, the heart that we have. Your Majesties. So this is it. They took it upon themselves that it is a job for them to preserve the image of America. But when it comes to other people's image, they step on other people's image. Why? Because they are war power. Of course, they want the world to fear them. There are lots of things that they have come out to say, that they claim they have done, that have been proven to be false. And we are all now aware that it is all Hollywood ideas. Because most of the times, we want to believe that, okay, this is true. But they make it look like it is true so that we can fear them and their reign continues. They love their reign so much that they can do anything to preserve their reign. And this is where I will still draw your mind to the Kissinger report, where it was stated clearly that the rising population of Africa is a threat to America, her economy, her power, her prestige, and the rest of them. And so for them to be in their position, to remain where they are and not be threatened, they have to take out Africans in a very subtle way. And they started it. It was a project for them, the Kissinger. It was a project for them. They devoted their time and effort into it. And they, according to them, they were actualizing their dream. But still, that didn't stop us because, of course, we are the melanated. We are the heart of the world. Okay? By the time we stop breathing, the world stop existing. Your Majesty, this is how far I can explain who we are. This is how far I can explain who you are.
I've traveled the world as a black man, and I have never seen a black country where the people who live in it are foreigners that were brought there by blacks as slaves. Not one single country. Yet the black race has more countries on earth than any other country. 54 are on the continent. 13 black countries in the Caribbean. So 68 black countries. There's not a single black country where slaves were bought from outside by black people. I've traveled the world. Not a single country in the world colonized by a black country. There's nowhere you go on Mother Earth where the language they are speaking was imposed on them by force by a black country. I've traveled the world and I have never seen a religion that is imposed upon anybody anywhere in this world by a black country. There are 68 black countries in the world, the largest continent by number of countries. Not a single one of them has a nuclear weapon of mass destruction. Black countries across the world, none of them is responsible for what we call the military complex, where we are manufacturing dirty bombs and sending things into the water to pollute people. I've traveled the world and I've yet to see one product that was forced to be sold in another country by a black country. So it means the black race is the only race on earth that represents what the United Nations have been looking for the last 100 years, peace.
So, I just want to show this to you today. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.